come across a room that is full of strange-looking mannequins. Some are missing limbs, some are on the ground, some are just in strange poses. One even has a hand sticking out of its neck where the head should be.
Kiss one of them. Reapers, what's is good? It's your boy Laser. User of the vibes are back with another scary reaction video. Using all this scary content to continue to do over that for you guys. In this video, we're reacting to 10 terrifying liminal spaces you never want to visit. There's so many terrifying liminal spaces on the internet, guys. We're about to dive straight into them. If you guys enjoy this scary content, you want more scary reaction videos like this in the future, so just hit that like button. You should subscribe and turn notifications on. It takes less than a second. Let's dive straight into this video.
That often evoke a sense of unease or ambiguity, so get ready to explore the uncomfortable with me as we count down the top 10 terrifying liminal spaces you would never want to visit. Starting off this list in our number 10 spot, we have the abandoned building. Abandoned buildings, factories, hospitals, or amusement parks often embody a sense of eerie loneliness and transition. These places can evoke a feeling of being suspended between the past and the present. The concept of abandoned places as liminal spaces stems from the juxtaposition between the past and the present, the familiar and the unknown. This series of photos posted by the Reddit user Standard Concern 787 really captures that feeling well. Abandoned places often exhibit signs of decay and neglect. Peeling paint, broken windows, overgrown vegetation, and crumbling infrastructure contribute to a visual representation of the passage of time. The decay creates an unsettling atmosphere as if the place exists in a state of suspended existence. Abandoned locations bear the remnants of their previous occupants and their activities. Furniture, machinery, personal belongings, or remnants of signage serves as a ghostly reminder of the people who once inhabited or utilized the space. In our number 9 spot today, we have a late-night airport. Airports at night have a very distinct liminal quality that can be both eerie and fascinating.
Bro, staying at an airport late at night, bro, and you're about to like get some coffee or whatever, dude, that shit is fucking amazing.
Airports are typically bustling hubs of activity, but during the late hours, they transform into vast, deserted spaces. The emptiness of the terminals, departure gates, and concourses creates a sense of expansiveness. The large open areas that are usually filled with people become eerily vacant, emphasizing the contrast between their usual bustling nature and the stillness of the late night hours. As passengers depart and flights dwindle, the hallways of an airport can feel very eerie at night. The long corridors lined with closed shops and vacant waiting areas take on a different character in the absence of people. The lack of movement and silence contribute to a sense of isolation, as if the space exists in a suspended state between the day's activities in the anticipation of the next day's flights.
Bro, if you're taking
Airports
like
are often
Spirit,
associated
you can be
with
there all
new
night.
beginnings as well, farewells, and the crossing of borders. When these symbolic actions are stripped away and the energy of travelers is absent, the airport takes on a very different kind of character. The absence of people can evoke a sense of suspended motion, as if time itself is in a state of pause, waiting for the next wave of activity and movement. In our number 8 spot today, we have the hospital hallway. Long, empty hallways in old buildings or hospitals have a particular eerie quality that can evoke a feeling of unease. The absence of people and the silence that fills these spaces can heighten feelings of solitude and seclusion. The elongated nature of the hallway may amplify the sense of being isolated from the rest of the world, creating a feeling of being trapped between 2 points. Take this example from Reddit user Anish Lahiri of an old hospital hallway. The old dim lighting only adds to the very eerie nature. Dim lighting or flickering lights can create an eerie ambiance, casting shadows and obscuring details. The play of light and shadow along the corridor can distort perceptions and contribute to a sense of ambiguity and uncertainty. Long hallways often act as a transitional space, connecting different areas within a building. The sense of being caught between 2 spaces with closed doors on either side adds to this feeling of anticipation and the unknown. The closed doors imply hidden rooms or unknown destinations, leaving visitors to wonder about the mysteries that lie behind them. The emptiness of long hallways can amplify sounds, causing footsteps or other noises to reverberate and echo. And of course, we have the historical associations. In old buildings or hospitals, long hallways may carry a historical weight or a sense of the past. The knowledge that these spaces have witnessed years of human activity, perhaps including moments of joy, sorrow, and even tragedy, can contribute to this eerie atmosphere. The feeling of being in a place suspended in time can evoke a connection to the past and generate a sense of unease, to say the least. In our number 7 spot today, we have the found footage. We absolutely could not talk about liminal spaces without talking about the most terrifying liminal space of them all, the back rooms. This found footage is said.
See, I've already made a video on this, guys, but the back rooms, I wouldn't even consider it like a liminal space anymore, because there's literally like creatures and shit in it. Like, I already made a video like this.
To have come straight from the back rooms, and it starts off as anyone would expect. The hum, the bland lighting, the seemingly infinite rooms. But this one goes on to become a little different. As this person walks through the hallways, not only can we hear a creepy sort of distorted breathing sound, but they come to find that they might not be as alone as you'd like to be when it comes to the back rooms. They eventually come across a room that is full of strange looking mannequins. Some are missing limbs, some are on the ground, some are just in strange poses. One even has a hand sticking out of its neck where the head should be.
Kiss one of them.
As the person continues to walk into the next room, here they are greeted with a gigantic worn down mannequin head. They stand there taping it in the room for a while, but right before the video cuts, we hear whoever is taking the video gasp. Who knows what ended up happening to them. In our number 6 spot today, we have the empty shopping mall. This series of photos comes from a Reddit user, 𝐊𝐴23, as they snapped some photos of their local mall after hours. Shopping malls at dawn or dusk have a very unique and eerie atmosphere due to the contrast between their usual bustling activity and the relative emptiness during quieter hours. Shopping malls are typically very vibrant places filled with shoppers, store employees, and various activities.
Guys, it's only a matter of time before malls like every single mall becomes a liminal space, because like malls, I mean, they are kind of dying when you think about it.
However, during the early morning or the late evening when most stores are closed and there might be only a few people present, the energy of the mall shifts dramatically. The absence of crowds and the reduced activity creates a stark contrast to the lively atmosphere associated with malls, leading to a sense of unease and unfamiliarity. When stores are closed, their storefronts become empty, displaying only metal grates or closed shutters. The sight of numerous vacant storefronts create a very eerie visual effect, as if the mall itself is in a state of transition or even abandonment. Shopping malls are often expansive as well, with long corridors and large open areas, and during quieter hours these vast spaces can feel really unsettling. The footsteps of a few
I think the most unsettling thing about this is the Sears. Who the fuck goes to a Sears still, bro, in like 2023? I forgot, do Sears still even like exist?
Individuals echo, magnifying the sounds and creating a sense of isolation. The emptiness of the mall's expanse can evoke a feeling of being lost or even stranded in a deserted landscape, heightening the eerie atmosphere. Seeing a familiar place like a shopping mall in an unfamiliar state can really bring about a sense of cognitive dissonance. The contrast between the usual bustling activity and the quiet, deserted ambiance during dawn or dusk can create quite a surreal experience. It challenges our perception of a familiar space, blurring the line in between the ordinary and the uncanny. In our number 5 spot today, we have The Encounter. This video was posted on YouTube by 𝐿𝐵𝐿𝐵𝐿, and it is short, but it really shows what the energy in the back rooms is like. It shows a first-person view as they are in a back room with the ever-present hum of the lights, but something is off about this room. I mean, more than the usual. And when they look up, they see that there's a panel in the ceiling that's off or crooked. As they turn around, they come to find that this is only the beginning of their worries. Before long, it looks like the entire ceiling is coming down and the tape cuts out. This is presumably only one of the many horrifying things to occur in the back rooms. Someone in the comments also noted how the camera doesn't pan down in the last second like it dropped. Instead, it goes up, almost like something yanked him up into that hole in the ceiling. In our number 4 spot today, we have an empty parking lot. Empty parking lots are truly one of the spookiest liminal spaces, particularly at night, as they have a distinct atmosphere that can bring about feelings of isolation and emptiness. Large empty parking lots can feel very isolating due to the absence of people and activity, and the vast expanse of empty spaces devoid of
What are those lights in the bushes? Snipers?
Cars or pedestrians can create a feeling of being alone in a very large environment. The lack of human presence contributes to a sense of solitude and seclusion, only amplifying the unsettling atmosphere. Parking lots at night are often illuminated by scattered street lights or lampposts, casting uneven lighting across the space. The dimly lit environment creates shadows which can distort perceptions and add to the mysterious atmosphere. Parking lots, typically associated with transient activity and movement, take on a different character when they're empty. The lack of cars coming and going, people rushing to their destinations, or the usual ebb and flow of traffic can make the space feel suspended in time. This temporal suspension can contribute to the sense of liminality, as if the parking lot exists in a transitional state between its intended purpose and a dormant existence. And of course, we have the most unsettling part. The emptiness of a parking lot at night can create a sense of vulnerability or apprehension.
I mean, the car makes
there is a possibility of unexpected encounters or very eerie situations. The combination of darkness, isolation, and the absence of witnesses can give rise to feelings of unease or a heightened awareness of one's surroundings. In our number 3 spot today,
especially when you have ADHD like me, bro, you tend to hyper focus on everything. Like, well, not everything, but like, you guys know
we have the empty train station. Train stations, especially during off-peak hours or late at night, can transform into eerie liminal spaces. Train stations often feature expansive platforms designed to accommodate a large number of passengers. During off-peak hours, when the number of commuters decreases significantly, these platforms can feel vast and empty. The absence of bustling crowds and the sight of deserted spaces can create a sense of isolation and solitude, contributing to the eerie atmosphere. Reddit user 𝐿𝐭'𝐬 captured this perfectly in their set of photos of what their local train station looks like at 10 p.m.
abandoned, bro.
Train stations often have bright lighting during peak hours to ensure visibility and safety, or they are illuminated by the sun. However, during off-peak times, lighting may be dimmed to conserve energy or create a different atmosphere. The subdued lighting can cast shadows and create an unsettling ambiance. Train stations are places of transit where people come and go, marking the passage of time and movement, but during the off-peak hours when the flow of commuters is minimal, the station can feel like a space temporarily removed from the usual rhythm of life. The sense of being temporarily suspended or slowed down can create a feeling of unease, as if the station exists in a state of liminality between departures and arrivals.
I've never
in our number 2
train.
spot today, we have the back rooms. After hours. This is a video that might just show what would happen if you were to no-clip out of reality at night. This backroom footage is dark.
Guys, I think I can feel my feet sucking into the ground right now. Help me, please! No,
which is quite a contrast to the mono yellow tone we are used to seeing in the back rooms. There is one light, however, and it is sort of a flashlight that whoever is recording is using to look around these dark rooms.
Like
the field of view is limited, which only adds a very eerie unnature to this already creepy place. While watching this video is definitely a creepy experience, the good news is that there is no jump scare waiting to happen. Instead, in this video, the horror comes from just waiting and almost expecting one to come. But it doesn't.
That's what the background should be,
in our
bro.
number 1 spot today, we have underground tunnels.
Oh, shit.
Underground tunnels, whether they are subway tunnels or old passageways, possess a mysterious and unsettling aura.
I've been here before.
But sometimes this unsettling vibe only contributes to their liminal nature. The enclosed nature of underground tunnels enhances their echoing acoustics. Sounds can reverberate, amplifying footsteps, voices, or even the distant rumble of passing trains. The echoing sound creates a very disorienting effect, making it difficult to discern the source and direction of the noises. This acoustic characteristic
Would y'all smoke down there for like a million, dude?
Intensifies the eerie ambiance, as if the tunnel itself holds secrets and unseen activity. Underground tunnels create a sense of removal from the outside world. When traversing these tunnels, individuals are physically separated from the surface and the familiar environments above. The feeling of being deep below the ground can evoke a sense of isolation and detachment from everyday life, contributing to this liminal experience. Underground tunnels, especially those with long history, may carry a sense of the past and the the stories associated with them. They can be associated with urban legends, ghost stories, or tales of hidden passages. The knowledge that these spaces have witnessed years of human activity, potentially including moments of joy or tragedy, can enhance this mysterious and unsettling aura. These elements combine to create an atmosphere that is full of mystery, isolation, and transition, evoking a sense of unease and curiosity as individuals navigate through these hidden spaces. Alright guys,
that's crazy. Well guys, that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Guys, which liminal space creeped you out the most? Personally, the underground tunnels. That was fucking spooky as shit. If you guys enjoy this scary content, you guys want more scaries like this in the future, you guys know what to do, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace!